Buy it at the pharmacy and stick it on your windows. It's very cheap, and your apartment will quickly become cool. If you don't have external blinds or air conditioning, you know how hot it gets in the summer. It turns out that this foil solves that problem. An ordinary emergency blanket has two sides, one gold and one silver. Each has a different use. The silver side reflects heat, while the gold side stores it. Measure your window glass precisely. Then cut the blanket to the appropriate dimensions. Wet the window with regular water and stick the blanket onto it. Use a cloth to smooth out air bubbles under the foil. Stick the silver side of the blanket on the outside. The gold side should face inside the room. This way, it will reflect the sun's rays. You'll notice the difference in just a few minutes. Apply it to windows on the south side. These are the windows that let in the most heat. I've been using this trick in my home for years. It makes heat waves much more bearable. You only need two things to make a homemade air conditioner. I'm sure you haven't heard of this method for home cooling yet. It's significantly cheaper and produces amazing results. You can create it in less than 15 minutes. Prepare 2 bottles. Cut off their bottoms at about the same height as I did. Then, make holes in the bottles. You can use a soldering iron or even toothpicks. Leave about 4 centimeters from the cap without holes. This will be important later. Now take a fan and remove its cover to make it easier to work with. Get 4 zip ties and attach the bottles. You'll need 2 zip ties per bottle. Attach them to the fan's wires and the holes in the bottles. If you have any excess plastic, cut it off. We can now close the fan. Our final step is to put ice into the bottles. When you turn on the fan, the ice will help the fan produce an air conditioning effect. If the ice starts to melt, just place a glass under the cap and drain the water. You can add more ice cubes at any time. The effect of this homemade air conditioner is fantastic. You'll feel the difference immediately. I put a bag over the fan and couldn't believe the results. I had never done it this way before. Prepare a container and squeeze a tablespoon of toothpaste into it. Any cheap toothpaste you have at home will do. Then, add 200 milliliters of warm water. Mix until the toothpaste dissolves. The next ingredient is dish soap. Measure out 2 tablespoons and add it to the mixture. Finally, pour in vinegar. Make sure it's white vinegar. Add 2 tablespoons. Mix everything thoroughly. Get a spray bottle and use a funnel to pour in the mixture you just made. When you take out your fan in the spring, its blades and casing are covered in dust. Spray it generously with the solution. It's very important to clean it thoroughly before the first use. Dust and mites can cause runny noses, allergies, and respiratory problems. The solution will get into all the nooks and crannies without having to disassemble the casing. Once you've thoroughly sprayed the fan, take a clean trash bag and put it over the fan, tying it securely. Then, turn on the highest setting. The mixture will spread throughout the fan and expel the dust. It only takes 1 minute. After that, just remove the bag and throw it away. If you want, you can wipe the fan with a cloth, but you don't have to, and you're done. I no longer buy blinds and shades. I make them myself in 5 minutes. They cost next to nothing. All you need is a roll of wallpaper. Measure 210 centimeters from each edge of the roll. This length will be used for a window 1 meter high. Draw a line and cut the wallpaper with scissors along this line. Measure 3 centimeters from the edges of one end. Draw a line and fold the wallpaper along it. Measure another 3 centimeters and fold the wallpaper in the opposite direction. Do it just like I show in the video. Continue folding the wallpaper in this manner. It will start to form a pleated effect. When the entire piece of wallpaper is folded, you will have a pleated roll. Lay it horizontally on a table. Measure 10 centimeters from each end with a ruler. Then take a drill and make a hole. Use a thin drill bit. Thread a string through the hole. Attach a string clamp at one end. Tie a loop so the string doesn't slip out. On the other end of the wallpaper, tape the end of the string to the wallpaper with adhesive tape. Do this on the non-patterned side. Repeat these steps for the second hole. Take double-sided tape and stick it to the edge of the wallpaper where the end of the string is attached. Remove the protective tape and attach the shade to the top frame of the window. And it's done. It only took a few minutes to make a beautiful pleated blind. You can adjust it using the stopper on the string. It beautifully decorates the window. It blocks light and neighbors' glances. This kind of blind is amazing and unique. Mosquitoes disappear from the first minute you place this on your terrace or balcony. Prepare a plate or a saucer. Take some baking soda. Sprinkle a layer of soda on the plate with a teaspoon. A thin layer of about 3 teaspoons is enough. It doesn't need to be too much. Now take some ground coffee. Sprinkle it over the soda. It's best if it covers the soda. 5 teaspoons will be sufficient. The type of coffee doesn't matter. Instead of coffee, you can use coffee grounds if you collect them. Use a teaspoon to even out the coffee with the soda a bit. You need one more thing for such a plate. Take a box of matches. Light one match and place it on the coffee with soda. Light another match and also place it on the coffee. Do this with a few more matches. Place them at some distance from each other. Don't worry if they go out. That's the point. The fire from the matches will be enough for the coffee to start smoldering gently. A light smoke will appear. This smoke is a super effective remedy for mosquitoes and other insects. It acts as a repellent. Wherever you place such a plate, you can be 100% sure that no mosquito will appear nearby. And that's exactly what you want. The gentle scent of smoldering coffee is very relaxing, but mosquitoes stay far away from it. Add oil to your coffee. Once you learn this trick, you won't waste money unnecessarily. Give it a try, and the annoying problem will disappear. Prepare a container and pour about 250 milliliters of water into it. Add 2 tablespoons of ground coffee to the water. Instead of fresh coffee, you can also use coffee grounds. The effect will be the same. Stir well to mix the coffee with water. Get a jar that can hold the entire mixture. My friends taught me this. I saw it for the first time at their place, so now I'm showing it to you. It's a great method. Take some oil and pour it into the jar. Just regular cooking oil you have at home. It doesn't have to be fresh. You can also use oil left over from frying fries. Now, prepare a cap or lid. It's important that it's aluminum, not plastic. It can be any cap from a drink in a glass bottle. Make a small hole in it. Take out the wick from an old candle. If you have a ready-made wick at home, you can use that. They are sometimes available in stores. A small piece will suffice. Thread it through the cap. The longer part must be under the cap. Place the cap on the oil in the jar. Light the wick, and the problem will disappear. Wondering what problem? It's about mosquitoes. This is a way to deter these insects. You can place such a candle on your patio and not worry about bites. It's simple to make, and you definitely have the ingredients at home. Remember this trick when mosquitoes try to spoil your evening on the balcony or patio.